Hello guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you on the Instagram. I got quite a few questions, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to answer all of them. I'll do the best I can. Sitting by the Mediterranean Sea here in Byblos, Lebanon. Spot the Dave asks, would you rather have your eyeball picked out by a savage eagle or your foot bitten off by a hungry crocodile? Well, Dave, it really depends. I'd probably go for the eye picked out, maybe, because I think you could kind of adjust to having one eye, but having only one foot would be a bit harder, especially for traveling. Unless like I looked into the technology and got a super cool like robot foot or something. I think I'd go for getting my eye picked out for the eagle.
My grandma always told me be a better me.
Amy Zara said, would you be willing to do a group meetup somewhere? I definitely would be keen for that. I'd love to do a group meetup sometime. If you guys leave your countries below, and then I'll kind of get a good idea of where would be a good place to possibly do a meetup, or more than one meetup, because it would be super cool to meet you guys. Not Two-Face asks, so Nick, I ask once again, how did you start traveling? I want to hear that story. Love your videos. Waiting for more from Lebanon. Stay safe. Thank you. How I started traveling, I basically traveled a lot with my family when I was a kid. Then I wanted to go on like some bigger adventures by myself, so I saved up some money and went to Southeast Asia, which is like the best place to go traveling when you're first starting because it has everything for you, but you still get that kind of crazy feeling and you can meet so many cool people out there. And then I traveled for like 2 years all throughout Europe and through quite a few different countries in Asia. I started to like work and then travel and work and travel, and that can get pretty tiring. So I decided, you know, how can I make this traveling and working like one unit? So I basically thought, you know, this YouTube thing looks cool. Also, I've always been into like filmmaking, but never really took that step into really getting into it. I love making YouTube videos and sharing it and things. And so it was like the perfect fit from all angles. So that's how I got into traveling and then YouTube, I guess. Ashen Pat Wary, as you are traveling more, are you intended to be a philosopher or a life coach or mentor? Not exactly. I don't think to that extreme, but I'd like to, you know, show people to, you know, live a life that they want, not to live a life that you're being told to live every day by everything around you. And just, you know, just because everybody's doing something, it doesn't really mean that that's right, if that makes any sense, and it can actually be quite the opposite. So make your own goals and follow what you think is right, is my answer to that question.
With all due respect to the game, I'm the PH Enon, not ready.
DJ Mexecution asks, who's a better rapper, Method Man or Ghostface Killer? I think that's a really stupid question because it's obviously Method Man.
Here I am, the Method Man.
Hello. How are you? Good name.
Hi, Peter.
Hi.
Surya.
Surga. Just making a video.
Video?
Yeah, just filming. Where are you from? You live here? Your house? You living here? Sleep?
لا.
In the...
بيروت.
Oh, Beirut. You're from Beirut.
ايه بروح بنام
أتخ. Okay.
هلا
Allah.
ما في سكن معي.
Okay.
معك شي.
I don't have any money, man. Yeah, I don't have anything on me. Like, seriously.
تليفون.
No telephone. I've only got like a few coins. 1,000? It's okay? Happy?
ما عندك هيك.
Chloe Bakova asks, do you ever miss your home and family? Will you ever do an NZ travel vlog for us? I've kind of answered the first questions in my last Q&A that's titled, how do I make money? So I'll leave you to go and check that out. But for the second question, will I do an NZ travel vlog for you guys? Yes, I will be going to New Zealand soon, so stay tuned for that. So it'll be cool to show you guys my home country. Jobert Tovik asks, hey Nick, how do you decide which country do you plan on traveling to next? Is it decided based on cost, opportunity, for content, sponsored trips, or other? Cheers and keep it up. Thank you. I haven't really done any sponsored trips. All my trips are done with my own money to like places I want to go basically at this stage. But it is based on cost and opportunity for content. I'll try to go to like places that are more affordable. Lebanon's kind of a exception because it's a bit more expensive here, but there's a huge opportunity for content, and not just content, but for me to have like a cool time in a cool country with cool people, which is something that I think you always have to remember. Aquarius, how long do you plan to keep traveling? I will be traveling my whole life, whether it's full-time or not. I'll be always traveling. What's the most dangerous place I've been to? It's really hard to answer that question, you know, because I don't know what I could possibly say. I mean, if you want like a physical danger, probably the most dangerous place was the mountain I climbed in Morocco, because that was quite dodgy in some parts, so I guess that's dangerous. Because in terms of like a threat from people, I haven't really felt in danger that way. Aaron Explores asks, you're staying in a hostel or a hotel. Would you rather a room with a comfortable bed and really bad Wi-Fi, or an uncomfortable bed with super strong Wi-Fi? Definitely an uncomfortable bed with super strong Wi-Fi, because I need it, you know. And there's the entertainment factor as well when you're on the road for a long time. It really helps.
This is #1 champion sound. Yeah, Estelle, we about to get down.
Endless Thrill asks, how has traveling changed you or shaped you as a person? I would say it's made me a more relaxed person, I guess. More like interested in the world. Like the more I travel, the more interested I get in different places and history and things like that. Like I was talking before on the philosophy question, it's made me completely turn in the opposite direction than the whole, you know, 9-to-5 job, do this until you're 65 and retire kind of thing, you know. I know a lot of people can be happy that way, and they are, but me personally, like, it's not a road that I could ever live. I want to, you know, do what I want firstly, and then help others from there, I guess.
Cold.
Marcio SJR asks, have you found any crazy street dogs in Lebanon? I haven't, which is a plus for me, because, you know, my history with street dogs is not good, so I'm stoked on that factor. Mylon Ash, he says, if you could go back and do one day over, which would it be? I think that's kind of like a dead-end kind of question, Mylon, because you will never be in the place where you are now if you go back and like think about what I could have done different to end up in a different situation. Because if I could go back and change all the times I messed up or did something wrong or underachieved, then I wouldn't be sitting right here on this beach in Lebanon talking to the audience I have today, which I'm very happy with. So, and living this kind of weird job that I have to sit on a beach and, you know, talk to a camera. I mean, if I'd go back and change something, maybe that would have sent me in a different direction. I wouldn't be here, so I would not go back and change anything, no matter how painful some parts of the past may have been. I mean, I think it's best to value what you have and live in the moment and live for the future. Mylon always asks, share with us 3 key points that represent your financial needs, what those would be. We will support something we believe in and understand. Help us know how to help. Well, Mylon, you're already doing it. You're part of the Patreon family, and the Patreon family is incredible. You know, you guys are helping fund like half of my travels at this stage, and then the other half is from things like sponsorships and Google ad money. So yeah, you're already doing it like Patreon, but there's absolutely no pressure if you're in the audience, and I'm not trying to sell you something. You don't have to become a patron if you don't have the money or you don't want to. It's just kind of an optional extra if you enjoy my content and you want to help push it forward a little bit more. But you know, I'm very happy in the situation I am right now, just starting to kind of get into a sustainable system. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Mylon. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye. That guy was basically just lying on the beach watching me that whole time from when you saw him come past. He asked for money before and I only had like coins in my pocket, so I offered it to him and he didn't want it, and then he sat there and stared at me for like 10 minutes, and then he came over, he's like, I changed my mind, can I get it? It's only like the equivalent of less than $1 in change that I had in my pocket, but
Throw your diamonds in the sky if you feel the vibe.
Have you ever been to Mexico? If not, would you ever visit? Definitely, Mexico looks incredible. I will be doing a South America trip soon, I promise you, because some amazing nature, culture, and people look so nice as well. Lady Patra, did you have previous experience or training in shooting or editing your videos? Want to know how you started vlogging and the training you did. I didn't do any training whatsoever. Everything that you see on this channel is self-taught, doing it all the time, you know. If you do something again and again and again and again and again and again and again, there's no way you can't get better. So I'm not saying I'm like the best editor and filmer, because I'm obviously not, but I mean, that's how you progress. And Sahi Bulut. Which country you've been to has the friendliest local? There's no way I can give you one answer, but I'll give you a few. Vietnam, Egypt, Nepal, Lebanon, Cambodia, Bangladesh, and I'm probably missing some out, but those are the ones that come to my head at this present moment in time. For example, in Lebanon, if you saw a video a couple days ago, my Airbnb host is seriously the nicest guy ever. Bought me all these like treats and things and gave me a cup with my name on it, and then he came up because the Wi-Fi crashed and came up to the house at like 11 p.m. last night. He fixed it, and then he's like, the fridge is full of alcohol. Drink as much as you can, please do. He's just incredible, and he's going to take me for a road trip, which is going to be in an upcoming video as well. Angus Reed asks, what made you decide against traveling with a skateboard? Always loved those clips back when you first started. Well, actually, I bought a brand new skateboard for this trip, but Budapest airport apparently changed their rules and I wasn't able to bring it with me. I had to leave it in storage. That's why I'm not traveling with a skateboard, because I definitely would be, because I planned on bringing it on this trip. But I'll have to maybe check it in next time, and then I'll be able to bring it on future trips, because it does add like such a cool element to traveling. Getting around crazy cities on a skateboard is like, that's adventure, you know? Karen asks, fast forward 10 years, you're 36, are you still traveling? Why or why not? Any ideas of what you'd like to do? Your dream scenario 10 years from now. You're not committed to it, I just want to know some of your dreams or ideals maybe. Really hard to say again, but I would say doing something with like, I hope to stay in like doing things with film. I don't know, maybe it'll still be YouTube, maybe it won't, but I'd like to continue what I'm trying to do with this channel, is like show people parts of the world that are not really parent friendly, if I can put it that way. Because there's so many cool underrated countries that you go to and you're like, wow, this is what this place is like, you know? And so I want to kind of bring those countries to the light and just show people. Again, I've said this 100,000 times, but do not consume media to the point where it makes you doubt other races or kinds of people, or obviously don't be like insane and go to actual war zones, but don't write off countries because of like media and things like that's the kind of idea that I'm trying to push forward. And if I can use this platform for something positive, I think that's something incredible, you know, because social media is so powerful. It's incredibly powerful, and if you can use that in the right way, you can really make some significant change. Maybe in 10 years, hopefully something with all those things mixed together. Hi Nick, if you had an infinite budget, what would your dream travel destination be? Love from India. Ved7 Caps asks. Great question, but I'm basically going to the places I want to right now, you know what I mean? I am kind of limiting myself to a kind of a line around Africa and Asia, because that's cheap flights, but these are still countries that I want to go to anyway. I'm basically traveling now how I would like to in the future, you know? Maybe in the future when there's more money, possibly if that happens, that I might rent cars, take more like taxis and stuff, but I think the style will stay the same. I really love walking around streets and actually seeing things firsthand. Budget's not gonna like really change too much in terms of destinations. The guy 173 asks, will you ever visit Iraq in the near future if the situation improves? Love your videos, by the way, keep it going. Thanks so much. And yes, Iraq would be really cool. And you know, the best way to look at it is I'm sitting in Lebanon right now, and Lebanon was like in absolute turmoil like not that long ago, maybe 30 years. Beirut was brought down to almost a flat level, and now look at it, and now look at me sitting here on a nice peaceful beach. I think the countries like Iraq or Syria in the future will be fine to visit. So yeah, I will definitely jump at that the first chance I get when I feel that the situation is safe. Bry says, Indigo Traveler, what other places... Sorry guys, camera cut out then. But Bry was asking, what countries do I plan on visiting for the rest of the year? I can't give too much away, you know, because I like to keep you guys in suspense, but I will be traveling more of the Middle East for now, and then I will be going deep into Asia after that. And then in the second part of the year, I will be heading into Africa, I think. Stay tuned for many more videos. Thank you so much for watching. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.